Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you. And I think I have to listen. Because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be as bright as the sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled
who
to
are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you, yeah, boy.
Where does the fault lie on you?
Hey family, how's everybody doing? Come on in, you guys. Come on. Make sure you like the video before we get started. We're just going to have a little conversation. Because, yes, Woody is back on the stand. If you guys don't know and following it, he's been on the stand all day watching his video of him. I guess down at the police station, giving his encounters of what happened. And you guys, we've seen it. We've seen it over and over and over, and they're tweaking it and taking things in and taking things out. How you doing, Kayla? And Woke to God is in the building. I've seen that you called me Woke. But it was a long night. I went on to bed. I left my phone in the thing and it was the ringer was off, so sorry about that. But been watching the Young Thug trial and just trying to see what all have I missed. Haven't really missed too much. They're just going over, like I said, they're just continuing to go over everything we already know. She said, I called you during the live. Oh, I didn't know that. I'm sorry. I seen the time on there and I was like, dang. I was like, I don't know. So, sorry. You probably did. You probably did. So, I know everybody's still watching the trial and everything. But, I mean, sometimes, I've been woke watching it myself. And, it has gotten a lot of my attention, and I'm sorry, you guys. It's almost like a soap opera to me, but still, yet, I'm going back and forth with my feelings and everything, because the more I watch it, when Woody gets on the stand and say, "I don't recall, I don't recall, I don't recall," and then he's sitting there looking mad, like he's looking at Miss Love and Miss Hilton, like, "Oh, I'm mad at you guys because you're showing me," and I'm thinking to myself, "What, you think they're gonna just listen to what you got to say?" They were gonna. He knew they were gonna play his video. And there, if he would have took the fifth, they would have had to go on what he said on the video, and they wouldn't have heard anything. He would have been sitting there. But evidently, Woody do not want to do 1 day in jail, so he gets up there and try to explain himself, opening his mouth, saying, I mean, he did a good job Friday. I mean, he basically's like, "Look, I put everything on Young Thug. He had nothing to do with it. Whoop de whoop de woo," and all of that. But you never know what's really going on. I love you too. So, is anybody else in here that's watching it? Because I know Margie's watching it, and I know Phyllis is watching. And yeah, we all. I can't just sit there and watch the same thing over and over and over and over and over. She said, "I'm doing okay. I had to watch my niece's funeral on a live stream." Yeah, times done changed. People have, I can't remember who it was in my husband's family. It was somewhere out of state. I can't remember where it was. She passed away. It was a female. And I think it's his first cousin or whatever. And next thing I know, they were Zooming the funeral service. And he had to do Zoom. And that was our first time doing Zoom. And you name it. It was crazy. It was crazy. So, everybody can do, their funeral services, however they do it. She said, "Yes, I keep up with it. It's getting boring." Nakia, it is getting boring. It's getting boring. Hey, Valerie, how you doing? We were just sitting here talking about how boring some of the trial is going right now. I'm pretty sure it's going to pick up after they play all the video. And Miss Hilton, you know what though? I want to say this, because this judge seems to be more on the state side. She's like, "Oh, you guys, when they don't have their stuff together," which is all the time, because right now the state has the floor. So all of this waiting and holding and stopping and stuff, it's all because of the state. But then, they didn't have their evidence to the defense. And so Miss Hilton sends the evidence like 11 p.m. last night. And then they come in like, "Oh, the defense haven't responded." I'm shocked. I am appalled that the judge is allowing the state to get away with so much crap. It's not even funny. But at the end of the day, I sit back and I think, because one of the family members sent me details of how all of this got started. And the thing about it is, and I know you guys did not know this, but Young Thug's baby's mama, his baby's mama got shot at the bowling alley. And she died. So, there's a lot of people that's done died. I think they said it's about 37 people that has done died with this gang fight and thing. I was just talking to my daughter about 5 minutes ago, and And I was telling her, back in the day, this is how we acted. Like, we're looking at Atlanta right now, and you got two or three gangs feuding, and they're not fighting over property. They're not fighting over neighborhoods. They just shooting each other for no doggone reason. Now, here's the funny thing. Now, Atlanta is known for, hair, style, clothing. I mean, they come out with a lot of the fashion and everything. Don't get me wrong. They are very fashionable people. They're in tune. They're more advanced into that. But when it comes down to this street stuff, that stuff, we did that stuff back in and woke the guy to tell you, it was like that back in like 1990 and 80 and 70. It was like that back then. Now, yeah, back in the 70s, the 60s, 70s, the 80s. It was like that where gangs was doing stuff and all this other stuff. And I mean, it was crazy. Like, you couldn't go outside. You couldn't wear certain colors. Couldn't go to certain places, and things like that. Well, it's not, I mean, I'm not, maybe I am just out of tune and older now. But, I'm not saying there's no gang activity where I live and, in the state I live. I'm just saying it's not like that they're doing in Atlanta. That was back in the day where, people were getting shot all the time and stuff. She says, what is strange to me is that has been happening in LA and Chicago forever. Now it's a big deal. Exactly. Back then, and you know what? And I'm thinking to myself, and this is just maybe it's me, because when you're in the streets, you see all of that stuff, and it is going on, and it's still happening like that, but we don't hear about it like we do now. I don't know. I just don't see it as it used to be, because it wasn't just one little town. I mean, just like she said, in LA and Chicago, it always been gang rivals and things like that, or but maybe in Atlanta it's getting too outrageous with it. Nakia says, I'm in St. Louis and it's crazy here too. Well, I'm from that part of town, Nakia, and I grew up, oh Lord, the Show Me State. And it really wasn't that bad back then. Or maybe I just wasn't. I mean, I've got a lot of family members that is, see, everybody's trying to say, oh yeah, in Ohio too. Okay, Zena, come on, okay? What I'm saying is, listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying there's not gang activity in every state. I'm saying it is not as bad as what Atlanta is doing. It used to be horrible in every state. Back in the day, it's not as bad like that now. Like, you'll hear about gang activity that they're having fights or something. One person gets shot and then maybe a year or two. But in this state, see, Nakia said, yeah, I'm 29, but my mom tells me about back in the day. Exactly. Now, you know what I'm talking about. It used to be like what it is in Atlanta right now. It used to be in every state like that. It used to be horrible. It used to be you could not wear a certain color. You could not put your hand up and they think it's a sign and they will just do something to you. Or you're walking down the street in the wrong neighborhood, you will get in a bad situation. Yeah, back in the day, she said you couldn't just claim a set, you had to prove it. Oh, yeah, you get jumped in. You would have to do something. You have to take somebody out, or you have to rob somebody. You got to set somebody up. You just can't be like, I'm with 247. No, you can't be with 247, There's things you got to do, because in order for you to be a part of 247, you would have to take somebody out. That way, and they know that you took them out. They know you're not going to come in there and just be a part of something and have nothing to lose. You're going to lose something because they're going to put a hit on somebody or whatever, and you're going to have to prove yourself. Or you have to get jumped in. Everybody going to beat you down. And they're going to beat you down, and you can't get mad at one person because they really blacked your eye, cut you up or whatever. It's just the way it was. So, yeah. So, it's crazy how they're watching this video. And here's the thing, you guys. Woody, I'm just going to say this because this is how I feel watching the video over and over and over again. Woody should have, and I know he knew they were going to play the tape in the video. And he said he done forgot a whole bunch of lies he done told. But some of the things he done told is the truth. Not everything is the truth, and not everything is a lie. That's how you get things mixed up. But at the end of the day, it doesn't look good for nobody. But you know, Woody tries to act like he's this big bad, I'm not scared of nobody. But when if he went to the police station on his own, evidently he is scary. He is scary. You know, you can't do stuff to everybody else, robbing gas stations and stores and stuff and pulling guns out, and then be thinking nobody's going to retaliate. And then when somebody wants to retaliate, then you want to sit there and say, I ain't did nothing. Why everybody say I'm doing something? People are saying you're doing something because you are involved. You know, and one thing Woody said, if he knew about something, it wasn't because he was sitting back looking. You know, he was a part of it in some kind of shape, form, or fashion. You know what I mean? And then, you know, like they're trying to say, well, we know, Woody, you didn't kill Nut. They don't know if Woody killed Nut or not. Woody's trying to say, oh, I was at home, and when I woke up, my girl was gone, but I was at the house, and then I went and changed clothes at my brother's house. Something don't sound right about all that. I'm just being honest. It just don't even sound right. Oh, you could check my phone record. I mean, just because you leave your phone at home or somebody use your phone to call somebody, we know all about all of that. I'm going to tell you something, you guys, and I'm just going to keep it real. Like, and I'm, you know, and I hate that you guys, you know, y'all remember 90% of what I say, but I told you guys, you know, in my first marriage, the guy that I married, I mean, he had been shot 7 times, right? And I didn't know he was a gang member, but he was, and I mean, he had the weirdest, stupidest name ever, but I didn't know, you know, I didn't know. I mean, but Woody sounds just like him. And you know how Woody be talking, putting his hands out? That's how you know they be lying to the left. And so Woody think he's, you know, he think he's good looking. And they lie. And I'm going to say this, and I know Woody's a whole different person or whatever. And everybody be like, I like Woody. I like Woody. You know what? I like Woody too. But I just don't like people that do snitch, you know, like I just don't, because, you know, they got a lot, they do a lot, but they don't want to tell you what they did. Now, if some of them boys start talking about, you know, some of the stuff he did, he would be mad, you know, but, you know, he went to the police station and volunteered to just talk or whatever, you know, just volunteered. Oh yeah. So, you know, it's all like that. So, you know what I'm saying? So, Walk the God says, I grew up. Let me see what you say right here. Sometimes I grew up a black gangster disciple, moved to LA and got jumped into 52nd Hoover Crips. My set sent me to college to get my first degree. Oh, really? Wow. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, certain things normally, can happen or whatever. Um, so, you know, it's like that. So, anyway, Woody's still on the stand, you guys. Woody is on the stand telling everything that he can tell. And, everybody's sitting there looking at the video while he talked. They had the video where he's telling them how they shot at him with his baby in his hand, and the police officer, I don't know, is acting the one. He says that he had a brain like a squirrel. And it's funny how Woody's sitting there talking about somebody's brain like a squirrel. You could tell him anything and everything. This man pretty much probably got an education and everything. Just because he's listening to him doesn't mean that he believes him. And Woody was like, and they always lock me up. That's because they know that you are a known habitual liar. Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad that you came on in here. But I mean, what do you guys feel? Who likes Woody? Anybody in here they like Woody? Let me know in the channel that you like Woody. It's this is a safe zone. You can like Woody regardless or whatever. Who likes love? I mean, put it in the chat. If I don't really particularly care for Miss Love and Miss Hilton. Nakia says, I don't believe Woody. I'm going to tell you right now, I like Kayla. I told y'all that already. I like Kayla 100%. I like Kayla. I like Steele. I like Mr. Sharp. I like Shannon. I like Young Thug. I like those boys. But Woody, I don't trust Woody. I don't believe Woody. I do feel a little sympathy for him, but it just seems like Woody did not have a father to help him. His father died when he was young. So he was a bad boy. And then when his mother passed away, he took the wrong road. Well, Woody got a hard head. He don't listen. And he's already did like 5 years. And if that didn't change him, guess what? And he back out in the game. You can't have all this fun and expect that, nobody's going to do anything. I told y'all, you guys, I'm shaking my head. I just can't even understand it. C6 Bank says Woody is playing games on them. C6 Banks, let me share something with you. Woody is playing games with himself. Woody, okay. You remember Woody said that the detective has a brain as small like a squirrel? Who do you think have the brain like small as a squirrel? Now, I actually do believe that Woody is probably a little of the R. And nobody's told him that, that he's a little R, you know the word R. And nobody's told him that. So I do feel a little sympathy for him. I don't think he wants to be, I think he wants to be like everybody else, but he hasn't really, So if he's playing games, that's like a 2-year-old trying to play like they got a job, They on a hustle. They know this, they know that. When you look at a little kid and a little kid is playing hard and rough and everything, yeah, he's going through the motions, going through the phases. Now, let me tell you something. Grown men don't do things like this. Grown men don't go run down to the police station and say, I'm not scared, but this is happening and I don't know why, and everybody's saying Woody, 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 and da-da-da-da-da. You wait till they come and get you. You don't run down there and give them anything. You don't say, hey, even if they shut up your house, you don't call them and talk about. You can call them and say, hey, yeah, they shut up my house, but you coming in there, walking in there on your own 2, 3, 4 times, that's too much. Come on, you guys, that's too much. I just can't even foresee it, baby. No, that is, like, somebody in Woody's family should have got a hold of Woody and invited him to live with them out of state. I get it. Sometimes these boys or whatever get themselves in a bad situation when there's no man around. My son tried to get off into that situation. Remember I told you guys, even the courts had him and everything. I took my son and I put him on a plane. I didn't have a lot of money, but I put him on a plane and sent him to his dad. I sure did. I said, they're trying to kill him. That's what they're trying to do. And I ain't going to let it happen. And I'm going to have to work this stuff out. And sometimes you got to do that. And I had just won my case with his dad about custody battle. But for the sake of my child, I had to send him away to get him away from all of that gang stuff and gang related stuff, and and he talking back and wanting to do what he wanted to do, and I was a single parent. Woke the guy said, with Woody, I believe that it's all an act. Well, it's a bad act. It's a horrible act, because how, he acting like, huh, what, oh, yeah, he is not fooling me. He's not fooling me. That's okay, Freddie. That is okay. Hey, Sanja, how you doing? So anyway, Woody is still on there. They're still looking at videos. It has gotten boring. We done seen the videos before with Judge Glenville. And so Judge Glenville, we've seen the entirety of the videos, so we kind of know what he said and when he lied about something. And it's so much lies that he's just a habitual liar. That is what you can say about Woody. But what I'm saying is, don't get me wrong, I don't, he wants to live, he wants to survive. He probably needs to pack up his family, his baby mama and his child, and go live in another state. That's what he needs to do. And go sit down somewhere. Go find him a 9-to-5 job and go to work like what, men do his age. Well, he's 25, 30, whatever. I can't even remember how old Woody is. Who knows how old Woody is? I think he was born in 91, so he's 31 years of age. Okay? So, he needs, when he gets old and have to get some Social Security or disability or whatever, he's not gonna have nothing. He's not gonna have nothing. Woke the God said he is acting slow. He don't have to act, woke the God. Trust me. Everybody want to give him props like, oh, he acting slow. Girl, that's not an act. But the state thought he was going to be their star witness. He is their star witness. Now the state doesn't know what is true and what is a lie. Yeah, no, they knew he was not going to be their witness, because remember at the beginning, he took the fifth. They went and got him out of jail and was like, look, if you testify, we will give you immunity. So they never did think he was going to be a star witness. Matter of fact, I don't know if you guys know this, but there was this one witness lady, and she didn't say her name, but I just got through seeing it, and she's on TikTok. But do you know Miss Love and Miss Hilton called her down to the precinct almost like every day, where if she didn't come down, she gonna be locked up. If she didn't come down, she was gonna be locked up. Do you know that woman lost her job fooling around with those clowns? Fooling around with them, she lost her freaking. Could you just imagine you a witness and they want you to say this and say that, so they keep calling you back and forth, where to the point you lose your job, where you got to leave right there at work and you got to be down there at the precinct in like 20 minutes, or they gonna come pick you up and arrest you while you at work? How would that make you feel? Tell me, cause baby, oh no, I'm serious. Y'all think I'm lying? I seen that. I was like, what the heck is they doing? Yeah, I think she need to sue. You know? She needs to sue. And the woman looks like Miss Love. She looked just like Miss Love. Short hair like Miss Love, body like Miss Love, older woman like Miss Love and everything. And I just tell it like a TI is. I think Miss Love has a beautiful body. She has pretty complexion. She keeps her hair very neat. She keeps her nails very well done and everything. I just can't stand that she is habitual liar too, and Simone is too. Simone is just straight out ugly in the face. I'm just gonna keep it real. I just think Simone is a very ugly, unattractive woman. Period. And I'm just saying, she is. Even when she just sits there and I'm not saying that she's not smart. She might be smart, but the judge is not being fair to the whole trial. They need to go ahead and have a mistrial. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. Now, I was asking a question, so I was looking to see if they were still on there. So let me see. The Let me see. The indictment accused Young Thug, 32, of leading a street gang, Young Slime Life, with members. A massive Fulton County indictment alleges 28 people participated in racketeering, street gang activity, and other charges. I wanted to know, I got some of it, but I wanted to know, like, so you're going to have 12 jurors, like, how many are me? Okay, so I had some numbers somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. There's 2 white males, 4 black males, and there's 1 white female. And so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it will be 5 black females. That's the demographics right there. So it's 5 black females, one white, one white female, 4 black males, and 2 white males. I wanted you guys to know that stuff. Let me read this though. It's crazy. So the legal ongoing since the rapper indictment in May of 2022. They had the indictment in May of 2022. We are in 2024. They have been holding Young Thug for 2 years, you guys. Oh my God. And he has not even had a speedy trial. Not holding somebody in jail for 2 years without a bail. Without a bail. And I wonder, have the streets been more quieter since he's in prison? Or not prison, but in jail. So they have grounds to halt after Fulton County, Georgia judge was accused of misconduct, according to the New York Times. On Monday, the judge agreed to send a motion for his recusal from the trial for another judge to weigh in, and then that trial would remain in recess until then, the outlet reported. So Thug's defense attorney have claimed that judge had an improper meeting with prosecutors and a lead witness has denied multiple motions for recusal in the last few weeks. Jurors have not heard arguments for 2 weeks, the Times reported. So Young Thug attorney Brian Steele wins jail time appeal for contempt of court. The judge said he would release a transcript of the meeting, according to the outlet. They need a break. Okay, so last month the rapper's attorney Bryant was taken into custody for alleged contempt of court after he refused to disclose to Glanville how he learned of a private meeting between the judge and prosecutors in the case. You got some information you shouldn't have gotten, Glenville told Steele. See what I'm saying? They just cheating and lying. Crazy. So the attorney was ordered to serve a 20-day sentence over 10 weekends, but the Georgia Supreme Court granted an emergency motion for bond, meaning he no longer had to report to jail. So Young Thug lifestyle played in the court at Atlanta's rapper facing the RICO charges, they say. Why is Young Thug on trial? So the jury indicted Young Thug in May 2022. A second indictment in August 2022 accuses Young Thug and 27 other people of conspiring to violate Georgia's Racketeering, Influence, and Corruption Organization Act, known as RICO. The indictment contains 65 counts of felony charges, 6 of which apply to Young Thug. So he's looking at 6 charges, you guys, which I did not know it was 6 charges. It's just 6 charges, but I mean that's a lot of charges. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, they're still in court, and they're still. Let's see what's going on over there real quick. Let me see. See, he talking about Tay again. Tay was his friend. See, they're stopping and going. They're stopping and going on the case, you guys. It's just crazy to me because I don't know how the jurors are going to be able to understand what is. I mean, they're going to realize that Woody is a liar. Woody is he's sitting in the courtroom smiling. He's sitting in the courtroom smiling, looking at them, shaking his head. He's sitting in the courtroom smiling, shaking his head, you guys. Oh my goodness, you guys. What do you guys think? Hey Marianne, how are you doing? So, anywho's, that's what's going on. And I just wanted to come on here before it gets a little bit too late and I'll be like, oh my goodness, I'm going to chill, finish watching it. But can you just believe, like, he knows he's not going to jail, so he feels confident. He got him a new lawyer. If you guys don't know, he got him a new lawyer. And I can't remember what this lawyer's name is, but yeah, he's got a new lawyer. So anyway, you guys, I'm going to I just wanted to come on because, usually, Mondays, Wednesdays, it gets really hectic and I'll be like, oh my God, we got to come on. And so we've been trying to come on every day and just chat it a little bit. And then that way, you guys that are not watching it can stay in tune of what's going on. And like I just said, the only thing that's going on right now, we're all just watching videos, old videos of what we watched when Glenville was the judge. Nothing spectacular has happened today. They've been having a lot of technical problems. And that's it. Now, the other thing is, you guys do know that, like I was saying, Woody has another attorney. The other attorney was suspended. But the sad thing and the funny thing about the whole situation, yesterday they went to court and the judge knew that his attorney was suspended. The state knew that the attorney was suspended. But what did they do? They put Woody right there on the stand, and Woody testified at the beginning, not knowing he don't even have no attorney. He went up there just chatter or whatever. And then when they come to bring him back, he was like, I just found out my attorney been suspended. And then they're going to say, well, okay, jurors, we're going to stop. And so we're done for today. That judge knew that Woody did not have an attorney. Why would she continue to let him testify and the state and all of them just sitting there acting? It's a lot of game plan that's what I don't like. And I don't mean like just let people go that's killing people, but if you don't know who killed somebody, you just gonna lock them all up in jail because they're part of a gang? Because Woody said that they did something or somebody said they did something. I mean, do you have evidence? Do you have fact evidence that this particular person did this, And the weird thing about gangs is, Woody said it. They don't sit around saying, hey, everybody know that, I'm going to kill this person and Jaja killed that person. Not everybody, even in the gang, one person that's going to do the killing going to know or whatever, and the person that paid him or put the hit out on him or whatever, and then it just happened and everybody just looks stupid. And then maybe a gang will say, yeah, it was We're going to take responsibility for that or whatever. But they ain't nobody doing that. So with him having all of that information, I doubt it. I doubt it very seriously. So, and Woody is a little fish. Woody is nothing big. He doesn't have any money. He don't own no homes. He don't have driver's license. So he can only drive a ATV, four-wheelers or whatever. I'm not, and he doesn't want to work a job. So why would you just take this person's word that this person did this and that person did that and that person did that? You might be close to it. You might know the players, but I don't believe he knows what really went on. I just don't believe so. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to get back off into the live and see what's going on. I will see you guys Friday. Maybe something will happen. Today is August the 14th. Ain't nothing else going on. And I will see you guys then. All right? Be good and be safe and be nice to each other. Bye.